Hi everyone. I hope you all had a fabulous day. I did. It was my day off. Always enjoy a day off, even though I did have a dental appointment. So this evening, I'm going to show you the foundation application for what I'm wearing tonight. If you like this and want to see more of what the foundation is, because I'm not going to tell you right now, stay tuned. I, however, will not do the complete look, but in the comment section down below, where you drop that little arrow, I'll list all of the different products that I did use to create this look. So, stay tuned, and I'll show you the foundation. Okay, I'm back. Now, this, once again, is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. And the thing about this that makes it so wonderful is that Wet n Wild had done a lot of work making this a light adjusting complex to help prevent the white casts in photos that people have issues with these days with the fancy cameras and smartphones. So they tested this in seven different light conditions with and without flash to make sure that it would perform, fairly well. And they also used it with two different types of the most popular smartphones. It retails for approximately their suggested retail price, $5.99 on their website. I got it at my big box store here in town, and to be honest with you, I cannot remember how much I paid for it, but it was right around that amount of money, I'm sure, maybe 2 cents less. It does come in 20 different colors, and they do call it a high performing formula, okay? So, get right with it. Now, the one thing that I do not like about this is that, and of course y'all know, I'm not really a true germophobic, but I'm very picky about applicators and such with my skin treatments and foundations. And this does not make me happy at all. No pump. No pump. A spatula. So I'm one of those people that I just think, no matter how much, unless you're a surgeon scrubbing under your fingernails, there's germs. I don't care. And so then I think, okay, you've got this large bottle here. Well, I know it's not real large, but it's 1 fluid ounce. And if you don't use it very quickly and you're sticking your finger down in there and you're contaminating it, and what's growing inside that? That's what I want to know, okay? Does it thrill me in the least that this does not have a pump on it? And I would pay a few extra bucks if the product works well and it has a pump. That's just the way I am. All right, so we're going to start. I'm going to try with a beauty blender. First of all, I'm putting it on the back of my hand, and we'll see how it does with the beauty blender. If that doesn't work, then I'll resort to one of my other types of applicators that I use for foundation application. So I'm just going to daub the beauty blender in there. Of course, I've dampened it and squeezed out all the excess, and we'll see how it's going to do. I had been trying to pick this up in the stores for quite some time, but every time I went, they were always sold out of my color. And then, of course, the thing to remember too is that with the beauty blender, you do waste a lot of product because it does absorb into the sponge more so than it does with a lot of the other applicators. And even though I put a lot on the back of my hand, I already need to dip back in and load up the back of my hand again. So that's my quibble that I have with the beauty blender. And it seems to be working fairly well with it. I don't know, it's kind of splotchy in some places after I look at it a little bit more closely, but see how it does here. And they do call it a matte finish as well. So hoping I'd get through this without coughing. I'm having to work a little bit harder to get an even coverage where I have acne scarring. Okay, Uncle. Go with this guy. He takes care of that problem. All right, so give this a look over and see. Well, I got good coverage with it, and it definitely has a matte finish at this point. We would have to see how the day progresses on with it at work and everything under the normal conditions in which I live and struggle every day. It is settling just a little bit in some of my creases. I know I'm trying to be nice. My marionettes. But this little ditty here takes care of that as well. It'll just kind of spread it out, thin it out, and then they're gone. Okay. Well, I like it. So far. So far, so good. Of course, this is just a first impression. And I had a dental appointment today, so I did not get a chance to put this on early in the morning to give a full day's wear. I will do that tomorrow, and then I will come back and touch base with you all and let you know how it did tomorrow after a full day's wear at work. Hi, everyone. Well, this is the conclusion of our Drugstore Monday. And of course, I'm finishing up with my recommendation or not recommendation for the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. So I got up this morning. I had to be at work at 6:30, so I put my makeup on, the foundation part, probably at about 5:30, and it's now 5:44. this evening. So I've had this on for approximately 12 hours. After I had worn it last night for several hours, I noticed that it was oxidizing. I also noticed that I was beginning to get cakey looking, and it was only from like here in this area on both sides of my cheeks. So this morning when I applied it, I did not use my Beauty Blender. Instead, I went with my Clarisonic with my foundation brush attachment, and I used this only to apply it. Did much better only using this. Did not turn cakey on my cheeks, filled in much better with my acne scars and my larger pores. But over the course of the day, and I could not believe when I came home and looked in my mirror just how oily I am. I haven't had this problem with any foundation for a long, long time. So it not only separated here at my glasses, it's also separating right here on each side of my nose. And it is looking a little bit cakey right back here in this area on my face. So let me show you with a blotting paper, see if I can get this to, oh, well, that's real good. Put my lipstick on there, where you can see with just gently tapping here. Whoop, dropped it, trying not to be too forceful, but I want you to see just how much oil. I just couldn't believe when I got home and saw how oily I was. So that gives you an idea there that it just did not hold up well. To try to combat the oxidation this morning, I decided to use my Shiseido primer that I use every day all over my face instead of just doing my nose and across here, down under my nose and my chin, and of course up in this area, the T-zone. I used it all over my face instead, and that didn't help block at all for the oxidation, nor did it help block for the oiliness showing through. And it always does. So I don't know what the difference is with this foundation, but it went right through. It let my Shiseido not hold up, or it went right through the Shiseido, whatever happened there with it. And that's the first time I've had that fail. And I've been using that faithfully now ever since I received it from Macy's. Oh, golly. That's been like, a month and a half ago, a month and 3 weeks ago, almost 2 months probably, since I purchased that. So, yeah, overall, I'm sorry, but first impression was I was liking it. And after wearing it all day today at work, no, I don't. I'm sorry. Now, if any of you have any other suggestions that you could add, maybe you've used this and you've had success with it. If you have oily skin like I have, if you'd like to comment below and tell me what you did in your application where I could change and maybe have a good day with this, please add it in the comments. Anything that is helpful is much appreciated. If any of you have had the problem that I've had, please mention that below too, because I'd like to know if other people have had the same issues that I've had. I will only hold on to this for probably about a week, and then I will pass it off to somebody else who has different skin type than I have, but is in the same color range. I have lots of girlfriends I can give it to. So, and I'm not going to let it lay around in a drawer and go old and get bad, so I will pass it off to someone about a week from now, and I'll give it away. So, that's it. I'll not hold you up any longer this evening. I appreciate your viewing. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, and of course ring that little bell so that every time I upload a video you'll get notification and you'll know it. A thumbs up is always appreciated, but if you don't care for this, then of course thumbs down. And comments. I love comments. So thank you all so much. Have a great day. Be safe out there, please, in this day and age and everything that's been going on in the United States. Please stay safe. And as always, be blessed. Thank you all so much.